VishnuGada
गाड़ी का मैकेनिज्म स्लो है। अभी कुछ दिन पहले मैं बैटरी डाला और फिर स्लो हो गया।
बैटरी चेंज किया?
हाँ,
बैटरी चेंज किया?
नया बैटरी सेट है उधर।
कितना हो गया? 12 बज गया?
12 बज गया।
Offering is done?
नया रिप्लेस करना पड़ेगा लगता है।
Rama Rama Hare Hare Praise the Lord, Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Gada Prabhu. Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopinath Shama Kun Radhakun Giri Govardhan ki, Vrindavan Dham ki, Navadip Dham ki, Mayapur Dham ki, Jagannath Puri Dham ki, Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Maharani ki, Shri Shri Nitai Gaur Sundar ki, Shri Shri Lakshmi Nrsimha Bhagavan ki, Shri Shri Ram Lala ki, Bhakti Devi Tulsi Devi ki, Jamunamaya Gangamaya ki, Samved Bhakti Vrinda ki, Harinam Sankirtan ki, Sankirtan Japna ki, Transcendental Book Distribution ki, Go Premanandi, all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to the Rushiranga.
जय जय नरसिंहा प्रहलादेश जय पद्मा मुखा पद्मा वृंदा जय नरसिंहा श्री नरसिंहा जय जय नरसिंहा प्रहलादेश जय पद्मा मुखा पद्मा वृंदा जय नरसिंहा श्री नरसिंहा जय जय नरसिंहा प्रहलादेश जय पद्मा मुखा पद्मा वृंदा उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णु ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखम् नरसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्युं नमामयाम् उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णु ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखम् नरसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्युं नमामयाम् उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णु ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखम् नरसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्युं नमामयाम् नमस्ते नरसिंहाय नमस्ते नरसिंहाय
She's already there.
Hare Krishna, we ask everyone to please sit down so that we can start. We're already 10 minutes beyond, so please all sit down. That clock is, his battery is gone, so there's a clock inside the order, if you can see. It's a digital one. Yeah. So please all sit down. And children, Haribol, you have to be very quiet. Very quiet. So it's my great pleasure, a great honor I should say, to introduce His Grace Vishnu Gada Prabhu, who has been visiting us for the last few days and was part of our major celebration on Narsima Chaturthi and our third anniversary. We are very grateful to Prabhuji, and he has also bestowed his mercy on us by coming and speaking to us on the Sunday love feast today. So, as some of you may know, he was also here the last year when we celebrated our second anniversary, and at which time we actually became iskcon. So, having Prabhu here has always been great fortune for us, and so we hope that Prabhu will continue to bless us with his presence and his association. So today Prabhu will be talking on a very important subject matter, Evam Parampara Praptam, which is from the Bhagavad Gita, chapter 4, how everything comes down to Parampara. And so Prabhu will enlighten us on that very important subject matter, and we request Prabhu to start with some kirtan. Thank you, Prabhuji.
I must say that I'm very happy to have the opportunity to come here. With the association of my dear Bala Prabhu, Vishnu Bihari, and all the devotees. Thank you. And I don't know if other people are going to come, or maybe some people will leave, but you're welcome to come as close as you like. And first we'll chant, usually we chant Jaya Radha Madhava, yes?
Yes.
So yesterday we were talking at the house of Guru and Rita about what did WWSPD, what would Srila Prabhupada do when there's ever a question about what might do in certain circumstances. So a question for you, when Srila Prabhupada, he would chant Jaya Radha Madhava, usually for classes in the morning for Srimad Bhagavatam. It started in 1971 in Indore. And we heard about this because I was in New York at the time, and it came in March. So he just started recently chanting the Jaya Radha Madhava chant before class. Before that he wasn't chanting that regularly before class. And we heard he was chanting a new mantra before class. But we didn't know what the tune was. We knew the words, but we didn't know what the tune was. So, and we didn't have social media. No Googles, that's right, no YouTubes. So one devotee in the temple made up a tune for the chant. It went like this. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari. Like that. So
So Srila Prabhupada then came to New York in 1971, July, and before the first Srimad Bhagavatam class, he said, addressing all of us during the class, do you know this song, Jaya Radha Madhava? And everybody said, yes. And then he said, very interesting, he said, do you think you can follow me? And everybody said, yes. And so then Srila Prabhupada chanted, Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari. And we responded, Jaya Radha Madhava. He said, do you think you can follow me? And we said yes, but we didn't follow. Well, how come? What was that? Why do you think that was? Previous conditioning. Does it happen, is it only when we chant Jaya Radha Madhava that happens? Or does it happen in other circumstances too, do you think? Oh, okay. So the interesting thing, you can actually hear this recording on Prabhupadavanni.org and Vedavish. But Srila Prabhupada continued to chant his tune, and gradually, slowly, over time, then we followed. He didn't get distracted. He just continued to chant, and we heard it, and finally, after some time, we were following what he was doing. And I don't know, that seems to me it might be an analogy to what goes on in spiritual life. The point is to follow the spiritual master, and we bring so many other past ideas and the Jaya Radha Madhava. You know the words, isn't it? Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Gopi Jana Vallabha Giri Baradhari. Gopi Jana Vallabha Giri Baradhari. Jashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana. Jashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Jamuna Tira Vanachari Jamuna Tira Vanachari Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Giri Varadhari Jashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Jashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Jamuna Tira Vanachari Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Then we usually chant the Prema Dwani at this time. It's an interesting point. I was recently in Mayapur, and I noticed that hardly anybody chanted the Prema Dwani after chanting Jaya Radha Madhava, which I thought was interesting. But Srila Prabhupada always did, or almost always at least. So we'll do that. And I don't know if you know, Prema Dwani means, Dvani is like vibration, and Prema means love, right? Exactly. So we start out with the Jai Om. Oh, you can do that? Oh, Hare Krishna. Oh. Om Namo Bhagavate Narasimhaya. So we start off with the Jais to Srila Prabhupada. And then after that, there's Ananta Koti Vaishnavrinda. Ananta Koti Vaishnavrinda means, you know what? All the devotees, yeah, all unlimited Vaishnavas, yeah. Then, very technical point that some people don't know, that after Ananta Koti Vaishnavrinda, that's where they put iskcon founder Acharya. You know, any idea why? After? The reason is because at a certain point in the 1980s, there were new iskcon gurus. And so their mantras were chanted before Srila Prabhupada's. So the thought was, well, over time there's going to be more and more and more gurus' names chanted in front of Ananta Koti Vaishnavrinda, and Srila Prabhupada's name might get lost. So therefore, the GBC made a decision to add this, which Srila Prabhupada never chanted, but the GBC added iskcon founder Acharya after Ananta Koti Vaishnavrinda and before Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur. You follow? That was the reasoning. Now people put it in every different place, but that was the original reason. Okay, so then there's Jai Vishnu Pad. What does Vishnu Pad mean? At the feet of Vishnu. Paramahamsa. What is a Paramahamsa? Paramahamsa swan and Paramaham top. What is the deal about a swan? Why should we have any interest in a swan? What are we calling a devotee? If I called you a swan, is that a good idea? Hey, swan. Very good, because a swan has this proclivity to separate milk and from water. And so the Paramahansa is that person who can take the spiritual out in every circumstance and leave back the material. Yeah. Paramahansa, then Paribrajaka. What does Paribrajaka mean? You know what Acharya is? What is Acharya? What teaches by example. And what does Paribrajaka mean? Yeah, like parikrama. Krama means stepping, and parikrama means stepping all around. So acharya, paribrajak acharya means one who's being a teacher, but not just sitting necessarily in one place, but going everywhere, around the world and teaching this science of Krishna. Paribrajak acharya, ashtotara shata. Ashtotara shata means 108, because there's 108 traditional names to glorify a spiritual teacher or sannyasi. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. So anyway, it goes on. These are so we'll do it. We'll do that. And at the end, when we say, then at the end they say, Ki Jai. And did Srila Prabhupada say Ki Jai or just say Ki? You think he said Ki? You would be wrong. He said Ki Jai. Anyway, nothing wrong with saying Ki. No, but just we're following. That's the theme here today. Okay, all right. So ready? And actually, technically, when we do the Prema Devani, we generally bow down. I know it's tough, especially for old people like me, but you're not all old like me, to bow down, when you say this, but it's very humbling. It's very humbling to bow down, especially in front of the Lord. Did you ever notice that? Because big people, they don't like to bow down. Big people with big egos. There was a yogi who came to the temple when I was there first, 1971. He was some kind of yogi, and he was teaching Sanskrit in the temple for a little while. But when he would come into the temple, there's the deities and the Srila Prabhupada Murti, and he was no Murti, but a painting of Srila Prabhupada. But he would never bow down. He would just come in and go like this. And when Srila Prabhupada came, guess what happened? He started insulting Srila Prabhupada. True story. So, to actually, that was the symptom of his disease, the symptom of the disease. He didn't want to bow down. All right. So, if you like to bow down, you're welcome to. Jai Om Vishnu Pad Paramahansa Paribrajak Acharya Stotara Rishi Shrimad's Divine Grace A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Maharaj Prabhupada Ki Jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnav Vrinda Ki Jai. ISKCON founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Nama Acharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Jai. Prem Se Kaha Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advait Gadadhar Shivashari Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopinath Shyam Kund Radha Kund Giri Govardhan Ki Jai. Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai. Navadip Mayapur Dham Ki Jai. Ganga Mayi Ki Jai. Jamuna Mayi Ki Jai. Tulsi Devi Ki Jai. Bhakti Devi Ki Jai. Shamaveta Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. Gaur Premanande. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glory to Sri Sri Guru and Sri Gauranga Hari Hari Bol. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutare Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namane Namaste Sarasate Deve Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschati Dishatarine. Is it Saraswat? Namaste, what is that word? Namaste what? Is it Saraswate or Saraswati? How many say Saraswati? How many say Saraswate? The A's have it. Because just like Hara and Hare, Hare is when you're actually addressing, that's called the vocative. When you're actually addressing someone. So Saraswati, referring to Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, Saraswati Devi, you're actually addressing, like right in front of you. Saraswati Devi. Okay, all right, Hare Krishna. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Book. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. We're reading in Bhagavad Gita, as it is, 4th chapter, 2nd verse, and perhaps some of you may be familiar with this verse, a very important verse from the Bhagavad Gita. Do you regularly chant the verse responsively? Okay. So we'll do that. And we'll give you the opportunity to recite the verse too. You might have it on your phones. It's 4th chapter. Oh, you've displayed it. Where is it? Oh, okay, wow. You got it together, Prabhu. Yes. Thank you. And I'm going to ask for a volunteer to read the purport. Only they have to. Do we have a second microphone or no? Yes. So, you're gonna read. Okay, but not right now. But as soon as we. Okay. 4:2. 4th chapter. Yeah, the name of this chapter is, anybody know the name of this 4th chapter? Transcendental knowledge, yeah, transcendental knowledge, okay. And what's the difference between transcendental knowledge and ordinary knowledge? What's the difference? Transcendental is connected to Krishna. Yes, very good. So there's all kinds of knowledge, but that knowledge which is connected to Krishna, that's transcendental. And are there any other aspects or symptoms of that knowledge that differentiates it from other kinds of knowledge? Yes, you know. Come on. What are some other aspects of transcendental knowledge? Which is the...
It's not material.
Yes, it's not material, what is one of the aspects of the symptoms of material things?
But they're connected to the material senses.
Yeah. Yes. And then more than that, again, more. That's right. Material knowledge, it may be true at one point in time, but not true at another point in time. Yeah. Transcendental knowledge means it's beyond the creations and destructions in this material world. You had something else.
Material is illusion.
Illusory in the sense that it's temporary, yes. We say in the Vaishnava Sampradaya are different than the Shankara Sampradaya. You know Shankaracharya. You're familiar with Shankaracharya. So their mantra was Brahma Satya Jagat Mithya. Brahma Satya means spirit is truth, and Jagat, Mithya means false. But the Vaishnavas don't say Jagat Mithya. No, we don't agree with Shankaracharya. Is that shocking? There's a difference. The Vaishnavas say, no, the Jagat is true, but its manifestations are temporary. A cloud is true, but it dissipates. It doesn't last long. A dream happens, but it goes away. Therefore, it's not permanent. So transcendental knowledge is things that are permanent, that you can hang your hat on. That's not going to change whoever's the president, whoever, whatever country you're living in, whatever epoch you're living in. Does that make sense? So this is reliable knowledge as opposed to knowledge that's ephemeral or changes, or that you can't always, when you get old like me, there's a lot of things that changed since the 1950s. And that puts sometimes with we old people, that's hard to kind of adjust to those things. Does anybody else have that experience? Oh, okay. Nobody, yeah, okay. Anyway, okay, so we got it here now. Transcendental knowledge. All right, Hare Krishna. I say, you say. Evam parampara praptam. Evam parampara praptam. Imam rajarshayo vidu.
Imam Rajarshayo Vidu Sakale Neha Mohata Sakale Neha Mohata Yogo Nashta Parantapa Yogo Nashta Parantapa Evam Parampara Praptam Imam Rajarshayo Vidu Sakale Neha Mahata Yogo Nashta Parantapa Evam Parampara Praptam Imam Rajarsayo Vidu Sakale Neha Mohata Yogo Nashta Parantapa Evam Parampara Praptam Imam Rajarsayo Vidu Sakale Neha Mahata Yogo Nashta Parantapa Evam Parampara Praptam Imam Rajarsayo Vidu Sakale Neha Mohata Jai Radha Madhava Parantapa Evam Parampara Praptam Imam Rajarsayo Vidu Sakalena Mohata Yogo Nashta Parantapa Evam Parampara Praptam Imam Rajarsayo Vidu Sakala Neha Mohata Yogo Nashta Parantapa. Nice job, thank you. That's the kids saying, yeah. Evam. This. Parampara, by disciplic succession. Praptam, received. Imam, this science. Rajarishaya, the saintly kings. Vidu, understood. Sa, that knowledge. Kalina, in the course of time. Iha, in this world. Mahata, great. Yoga, the science of one's relationship with the Supreme. Nashta, scattered. Parantapa, O Arjuna, subduer of the enemies. Translation, this supreme science. Okay, you want to see that? That's fine. That's what we're going. Okay, we'll try it. This supreme science was thus received through the chain of disciplic succession. And the saintly kings understood it in that way. But in course of time, the succession was broken. And therefore the science as it is appears to be lost. No.
Purport by Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. It is clearly stated that the Gita was especially meant for the saintly kings because they were to execute its purpose in ruling over the citizens. Certainly, Bhagavad Gita was never meant for the demonic persons who would dissipate its value for no one's benefit and would devise all types of interpretations according to personal whims. As soon as the original purpose was scattered by the motives of unscrupulous commentators, those arose the need to re-establish the disciplic succession. 5,000 years ago, it was detected by the Lord himself that the disciplic succession was broken, and therefore he declared that the purpose of the Gita appeared to be lost. In the same way, at the present moment also there are so many editions of the Gita, especially in English, but almost all of them are not according to authorized disciplic succession. There are innumerable interpretations rendered by different mundane scholars, but almost all of them do not accept the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna. Although they make a good business on the words of Sri Krishna, this spirit is demonic, because demons do not believe in God, but simply enjoy the property of the Supreme. Since there is great need of an edition of the Gita in English, as it is received by the Parampara disciplic succession system, an attempt is made herewith to fulfill this great want. Bhagavad Gita accepted as it is a great boon to humanity. But if it is accepted as treatise of philosophical speculations, it is simply a waste of time.
Thank you very much. Nicely done. So, Srila Prabhupada, when he would speak in the morning time for Srimad Bhagavatam, he usually didn't say prayers before speaking. But in the evening time, he usually did. He would start out with Om Vandeham Shri Guru Shuta. So now we're in the noontime. What should we do? Not say anything and then say something. Om Agyana Timirandhasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Nama Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Jena Bhutale Swayam Rupakata Mahyam Dadati Shah Pandantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Jutta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavangscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathan Vitang Tam Sajivam Sadvaitang Savadhutang Parishana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakan Vitangscha He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dina Bandho Jagat Pate Gopesh Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shadit Gadadhar Shivashari Gaur Bhaktabinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Thank you so much. You know the meaning of the Vandeham prayer? Vandeham means I go offer obeisances. Shri Guru, to my spiritual master. Vandeham Shri Guru, Shri Yuta Padakamalam, Shri Gurun Vaishnavangscha. All to all gurus. You might have more than one guru. Is it? There's one Diksha Guru, one you take in it, but you can have different Shiksha Gurus. Yeah, so Vaishnava, and then Vaishnavam, all the Vaishnavas offer obeisances. Then Sri Rupam, who's Sri Rupam? Rupa Goswami. Sagrajatam. Who's Sagrajatam? You know anybody named Sagrajatam? Agrajatam. Agrajatam. Agrajat. Agraja means firstborn. Before that's his brothers. Sanatana Goswami. Agrajatam. Sahagana Raghunathan Vitang. Raghunath, all the Raghunaths, there's more than one Raghunath. Tang Sajivam and Jiva Goswami. What about Gopal Bhatta? I don't know. Then Sadvaitam, who's Sadvaitam? Sadvaitam, Advaitacharya. Savadhutam, who's Savadhutam? Who's the Avaduta? Lord Nityananda. Because he sometimes would wrestle with crocodiles. Have you ever tried that? No. That's the realm of Avadutas. It's not recommended in the Bhagavad Gita. So Nityananda was a little bit outside that, Lord Nityananda, the associate of Lord Chaitanya. Sadvaitam, Savadutam, Parijana Sahitam, Krishna Chaitanya Devam, and Lord Chaitanya also. Shri Radha Krishna Padan, and the lotus feet of Radha Krishna. Sahagana Lalita Vishaka Anvitangscha, and also Lalita Vishaka, that one, okay, Anvitangscha. Yes. So when speaking in learned circles, it's also especially, one time I was asked by a new devotee, a regularly new devotee, she was initiated, but she was asked to give a class in Philadelphia. So she called me up and said, but there's going to be so many senior devotees there. How can I give a class? There's a description in the Srimad Bhagavatam. Has anybody read the Srimad Bhagavatam here? A few people? Yeah. Yes. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, there's a description between when Vidura is asking questions to Uddhava, and similarly present at the same time was Maitreya Muni. So he asked the questions to Uddhava, but Uddhava said, I'm not going to answer. You know why he didn't want to answer? It's not because he didn't know. It's because Maitreya Muni was there. And Maitreya Muni was his senior. And to speak when there's seniors there would be considered being an upstart. Yeah, no, there's a certain offense. Yeah. So she quoted this thing from Srimad Bhagavatam. So what are you supposed to do? What should you do? What do you recommend? What should I have said? You understand the question? You understand the question? Yeah, very good, yeah. Ask permission, Hare Krishna. So there may be senior via age and or advancement in Krishna consciousness, sure. We don't see Srila Prabhupada asking for permission to do, because he was the most advanced and the most senior. But for us, we got to ask. It's a good idea to ask permission, and you could say that's included in those prayers when you say Vanchakalpatarubhyascha kripasindubhyevacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. But there's no harm in asking permission. So I'm asking permission from my senior godbrother, Balabhadra Prabhu. Yeah. Whether age and or advancement in Krishna consciousness, that's all. Anyway, Hare Krishna. Thank you. Why would someone be interested in transcendental knowledge? What do you think? That's a question. Well, yeah.
That's the ultimate knowledge, and sooner or later you need to acquire that.
Sooner or later you need to acquire that. Yes.
Sometimes we go through so many obstacles in life, we are not able to understand what we are doing and where are we going wrong. That time the search comes that whatever knowledge we have, this is insufficient. There must be something, a different path that can improve our tolerance and our understanding to life.
Are there any examples of that in the Bhagavad Gita? We're relating it to Bhagavad Gita. Yes?
Arjuna was confused.
Very good. In the beginning of Bhagavad Gita, that was the situation with Arjuna. He said, Karpanya dosho pahatasvabhava pichchamitam dharma samudha cheta. Dharma samudha cheta means I have no idea what I'm supposed to do. Samudha. Mudha means bewildered, and sammudha means completely. I have, in the modern language, you say, I don't have a clue about what to do. Right? Yes. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. So to get factual knowledge, real knowledge, you know how to deal with the reverses that happen in life. Yes, yes. And why can't we just, to get transcendental knowledge, why can't we just make it up? You know, you're experienced persons, or we could have a conference together, and we can discuss how things are and come up with a good idea about how things are working in the world. What do you think? And then that way we can get transcendental knowledge. What do you think?
How Vedas came and how all these things are running in the knowledge of Veda. So we must find the root cause of that.
Ah.
It is the Bhagavatam, the Shastra, which is above all the Shastras.
Yes?
And Bhagavatam is nothing but that Krishna. So this is our search. That's what we should.
So yeah, so the question was, I don't know if you got the question, is what we can come up with those good information just by, consulting with, some people. We'll get together and we'll come up with what's happening in the world, yeah, and come up with, why not? There's the UN does certain things. They have big conferences, and we can do that, right? And come up with, right? Why won't it work? Why don't you think it'll work? Ah, very good, very good, very good. You get 60 points there for sure. Yeah, because our understanding of things is limited. Lord Krishna, the transcendental knowledge, he's beyond the senses. He's got two names, Adhokshaja and Apaurushaya. Adhoksha, Aksha. You know what Aksha is? What's Aksh? Aksh. Eyes. Adhokshaja, ja. You can't understand him by using your senses. Not possible. Just try to understand God. No. Akshaja, Akshaja. And Aparushaya, he's beyond the realm of the senses. Even if you study and try to figure God out for millions of years, won't happen. Atapite deva padabhujagdoyam prasharo leshanu grihita evahi janati tatvam bhagavan mahim no. Do you know this one? It's a very interesting verse. Lord Brahma says that when he stole the calves and cowherd boys, and then Krishna tricked him, and so Lord Brahma said this. Even if and this was Lord Brahma, who's got 4 heads, and you know the saying, 2 heads are better than 1, right? Have you heard that? What about 4, right? Even if I, Lord Brahma, was speculating for hundreds and thousands of years, I will not be able to understand you, Krishna, standing before me. What? But how can I understand? How can you understand? He says, Prashadu Lesha. Prashadu Lesha means by getting just a drop of your mercy. Krishna is considered a Karuna Sindho, an ocean of mercy. So if you can get just 1 drop of that mercy, then you can understand him. And how are you going to get that drop of mercy? How do you get the drop of mercy of Krishna? Huh? Through what? That is prasad. And how do you get that prasad? How do you get that prasad? Yeah, and from the guru, from the parampara, this parampara, yeah. As Prabhu here said, in the material world, our knowledge is always disturbed and imperfect by 4 things. We have imperfect senses. You can't even see the inside of your eyelid. And what to speak of the other side of this wall. There's a museum in Atlanta called the Museum of Illusion. Have you seen that museum? And they have all these optical illusions in there. And you can think, oh, this person is taller than that person. But no, it's just an optical illusion. So many optical illusions are there. And that's just from the eyes. And there's so many other different senses. But our senses are imperfect. We make mistakes. Even though we might have good sensory power, we make, how many of you got perfect grades on all your tests? Anyone? No. We make mistakes. Even very big people, JFK, John F. Kennedy, was told, don't go to Dallas. There's danger. There's going to make an attempt on your life. And he went to Dallas. Yeah. Mahatma Gandhi was told, don't go to the prayer meeting. there's people out to get you. He went anyway. Boom. So the big people make mistakes. Alan Greenspan. Remember Alan Greenspan? Who was the head of the Fed, wasn't he? Yeah. So he thought he had everything together. He had it all right. And then when there was the 2008, 2009 financial crash, he said, I had no idea. I couldn't understand it. And he's the #1 financial guy in the United States. Yeah. So even people who are highly situated, they make big mistakes all the time. Imperfect senses make mistakes in illusion. We have the illusion that, well, there's many illusions that we have. We have this illusion we think we're the body. And beyond that, we're thinking that if I just make some adjustment to make my body satisfied, I'll be happy. Isn't it? We would think, oh, nobody did that in the past. Nobody ever did it in the past. And nobody's doing it, but still thinking, we're thinking we'll be able to do it. And of course, you know the famous talk of Yudhishthira Maharaj and the Yaksha. Ahani bhutani gachanti yamalayam. Yeah. What is the most wonderful thing? The most wonderful thing, Yudhishthira Maharaj says, even though every day hundreds and hundreds of people are going to the abode of death, Yamalayam, still I think I'm going to stay forever. This is illusion. And then even though we have these 3 defects, still we present ourselves, we're very intelligent, we know everything, isn't it? This is called conditional life, or non-transcendental awareness and knowledge. So in order to get transcendental knowledge or imperfect knowledge that we can rely on, it has to come from a perfect source. It can't come from somebody like us. And the idea of the disciplic succession is just like a person. I don't know if people still do this in India. They used to have a person go up to the top of the mango tree to get the best mangoes, and then there'd be a lot of people in the tree, and they'd pass it down one hand to another hand to people on the ground. In the United States, we do that with apples. Because if you throw it to the ground, it'll get bruised, right? But you have to. So that's the principle of disciplic succession. The beginner of all disciplic successions, or parampara, it's Krishna, all. Krishna Narayan. And if the people in the chain don't change the knowledge, they just act like a postal person who delivers the knowledge, then you can have accurate knowledge. Don't change it. Srila Prabhupada would regularly and warn us not to change the knowledge that he's given. And what does change mean? Additions and subtractions. Don't add anything or subtract it. And there's also one other one, to make some adjustments in the middle. And that's kind of an addition, but it's also kind of So we have to be very wary of additions and subtractions within this Krishna consciousness movement. Does it happen? Has it happened? Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. I'll give you one very striking example. So, I don't know, maybe you've heard this. Some Hare Krishna devotees say that the cows in India are real cows. Have you heard this? And the cows in the United States are not real cows. Have you heard this? Have you heard this? ISKCON, anyway. And they quote a particular shastra which describes different symptoms of the cow, and they refer to that and say, well, this shows that the cows in the United States are not real cows. I'm telling you the true story. Beliefs have consequences. Beliefs have consequences. So if you believe that the cows in the United States are not real cows, then why not import them to India and slaughter them for food? I'm not saying hypothetically. In fact, in the Parliament of India, they quoted Hare Krishna devotees saying that American cows aren't real cows to allow the slaughter of American cows imported to India. Fact. They quoted, because in India now, in case you didn't know, iskcon is really very, very big and respected. Also, these iskcon devotees, they're saying they're not real cows, so okay, yes, we can kill them. So, what rule did I say that we should use to examine statements? Remember we were talking in the beginning something about WW? What did Srila Prabhupada say about American cows? That is our yardstick. You follow? Did Srila Prabhupada ever make the distinction between? No. And others will argue that the translation that they did of the Shastras that talked about the symptoms of the cow was mistranslated terribly. So that it wasn't a valid translation. You follow? Yeah. So anyway, beliefs have consequences. So Srila Prabhupada is saying here in this purport that there are people who use the Bhagavad Gita, and he uses the word unscrupulous. Do you know the word unscrupulous? What does that word unscrupulous mean? Unscrupulous? What's that? Huh? No, unscrupulous means without, to their advantage. It's, if you look it up, it'll mean without a moral standing, falsely, with other motives. Yeah. So unscrupulous. So people, and you might have even come across some of these people. I know I have. They use the Bhagavad Gita for their own ideas, instead of taking the Bhagavad Gita as Krishna wanted it. So here in this 4th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna is giving us prescription about how to understand the Bhagavad Gita. Just like if you go to a doctor and the doctor gives you checks you out, gives you a test. And doctors here? You know better than me. So then they give you a diagnosis, and then they give you a prescription. Take 3 pills twice daily with meals. Okay. And then, so you go home and you say, well, I'd like to get better faster. How about if I take 3 pills 4 times a day? If the pills work, right? You think that's a good idea? Why not? Yeah, the person who gives you the prescription knows. Yeah. So similarly, Krishna is the source of perfect knowledge, and he's giving the prescription about how that knowledge should be accepted. And how does he say? He says, right after this verse, he's saying here, it should be understood in disciplic succession, parampara, from the Lord himself. So, if someone says to you they're teaching Bhagavad Gita, but they're not coming in disciplic succession, they don't understand or have that, they don't have their own guru who's in disciplic succession, be very cautious about that. Be very cautious. We had Nrsinga Homa on Thursday. And around Lord Nrsinga's appearance day, there's often, you can read on, people write on the internet, they say, there's this really, really powerful mantra. There's a real powerful mantra to give you, freedom from pain and anxiety and stuff like that. And what is that powerful mantra? They say, Ugram Viryam Mahavishnum Jalantam Sarvatobokam. Yeah. But you know what? There's an even more powerful mantra than that. Even more powerful. Om Namo Bhagavate Narasimhaya Namaste Jaste Jase Avir Bhava Vajranaka Vajradangsta Karma Shayam Randhaya Randharya Tamo Grasa Grasa Om Swa. Why do I say that mantra is more powerful? Why? And one more thing. And one more thing. Yes, because that mantra, Srila Prabhupada in the purport, he said, we devotees should chant it. The first one, it's in the Vedas, but as far as I know, Srila Prabhupada never recommended we chant it. Like, why do we chant the Namaste Narasimhaya prayer? Why do we chant that? Because Srila Prabhupada introduced it, and one thing to know about that is Srila Prabhupada introduced it, and Lord Chaitanya used to chant that when he would go into the temple of Jagannath. There's the Nrsimha deity on the side, and when he went to Singhachalam in South India, he offered Namaste Narasimhaya Pralad Haladadayine. What does that mean, Pralad Haladadayine? What does that mean? Yes, giving pleasure. Hiranyakashipu Vakshaha. Vakshaha's chest. Yeah, what about his chest? Shilatanka. What is that? Shila? Shila means rock, stone. And tanka means chisel. Hiranyakashipu's chest is like rock. And what do you use to cut rock? Chisels. And Shila tanka dakalaya, naka, his nails are just like chisels. They can take apart the chest of Shila tanka nakala. Ito nrsimha parato nrsimho. Now he's there, he's here, he's everywhere. Yato yami tato nrsimha. Wherever you look, there's nrsimha. Bahir nrsimha, outside is nrsimha. Hridaye nrsimha, it's in your heart. Nrsimha mading sharanam brahpadi. So yeah, we chant those prayers. Yeah, we chant. So this, because Prabhupada gave us this chant, this Om Namo Bhagavate Narasimhaya, that makes it more powerful than the first one, actually. Because there's the verse, maybe you know this verse, Sampradaya Vihinaye Mantraste Nishpala Mata. That means, unless you get your mantra in through the sampradaya, which means from the guru, from the guru, the representative of the sampradaya, nishpala means no fruit. You're not going to get a good result. You can do it, you can chant it, and it's okay, but you're not going to get the result. And what result do we want in this human form of life? You're going to go back to Godhead, isn't it? Yeah. So anyway, Nishpala. So there's this mantra is a very powerful mantra, Om Namo Bhagavate Narasimhaya. And there's an even more powerful mantra than that mantra. Even more powerful. Do you understand? You hear what I'm saying? What is that mantra? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. Just for information, yeah. And Srila Prabhupada brought that mantra under the order of Lord Chaitanya for everybody. Krite yatyayato Vishnu, Tretayam yajatamakai, Dvapare parichayayam, Kalautad Hari Kirtanam. In the Satya Yuga, the method of understanding or coming to God consciousness was dhyan, meditation. In the Treta Yuga, the method was big sacrifices. In the Dvapara Yuga, the method was worshipping Murti, Archana, But in Kali Yuga, the only effective method is Jagya Sankirtana Praya. Sankirtana means chanting together, not by yourself. Chanting by yourself is also good. It's also good. I'm not saying, but it's also good. But chanting together, just like when we were out there chanting, and you saw all those people coming by, and they were saying, what are those people doing? They're chanting this mantras. Yeah, that was very nice. But then even more chanting, Jiva Goswami said, if you want anything to be successful in your spiritual life, you have to begin and end with Hare Krishna Kirtan. Hare Krishna Kirtan. So this is Srila Prabhupada's recommendation in the Bhagavad Gita, in the Parampara system, to all of us. We have to get more and more into this Sankirtan mentality, Sankirtan mood, to chant and spread the Krishna consciousness movement all over North Atlanta, Middle Atlanta, and everywhere. And you have great opportunities here in North Atlanta because you have a mentor, a spiritual guide who can give you incredible directions on how to be successful in doing that in the form of Balabhadra Bhattacharya Prabhu. He didn't ask me or pay me to say that, by the way. It's just a fact. Because if you inquire from him how to spread Krishna consciousness, which was the Sankirtan idea, this will be Krishna. I was saying all those things about you have to follow exactly what the spiritual master and the parampara says. And there's one thing though, even if you follow everything very, very, very closely and carefully, all the rules and regulations very carefully, if you don't have one thing, you won't be successful. And what is that one thing? You get the mercy of the spiritual master, of Srila Prabhupada. If doing everything very carefully, but if we don't get the mercy of Srila Prabhupada, it's not going to work. And of course, all those things will help you to get the mercy, but that's the ultimate thing that's going to make you successful. And Balabhadra Bhattacharya will help you get the mercy, Prabhu will help you get the mercy of Srila Prabhupada because he knows. It's a fact. It's just a fact. Naishammati stavar urukramangrim. Without taking the dust of the feet of the pure devotee, you'll never be Krishna conscious. It's not happening. This is in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna begins this chapter by saying, understand disciplic succession, but he concludes the chapter with a very important verse. Tadvidhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya. You have to accept, you have to go to someone who knows the truth, and you have to pariprashnena, what it means what? Pariprashna means all kinds of questions, like we had parikrama, pariprashna, all kinds of questions. Not in a challenging mood, but in a humble, it's not that, what should I do to become Krishna conscious? Oh, that's nice, okay, see you later. No, pariprashnena, then pariprashnena, then sevaya, actually doing service, It's not just a ritual, it's not just an academic exercise. When you actually engage in devotional service to the order of the Guru, of the spiritual master, then Krishna says, Te sam satata yuktanam bhajatam pritipurvakam dadami buddhi yogam tam. He'll give you knowledge. He'll give you knowledge from within your heart. It's not just an academic exercise, and you can read so many things. Reading is good. Reading of the Shastra is good. But putting into practice is even better. Just like we have a sign, put all your shoes on the rack. Are the shoes on the rack? That's not realized knowledge, yes. So, when Lord Chaitanya went to Puri, he went to the Jagannath temple. He fell in a swoon and was in ecstasy, and he was brought to the house of Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. And there was some difference of opinion between Lord Chaitanya's followers and Sarvabhauma's followers, because Lord Chaitanya's followers were saying, this person is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, because Sarvabhauma wanted to educate him in the ways of sannyas, teach him and make him a better sannyasi, because he was so attractive. A beautiful man, a beautiful woman, how are they going to stay renounced? It's very hard. Movie stars know this, isn't it? Yeah. So anyway, Sarvabhauma wanted to educate Lord Chaitanya, bring him to a higher standard of sannyas. But Lord Chaitanya, you don't understand. This is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, by very definition, is the most attractive. Yeah. But Sarvabhauma said, no. In the Shastras, God appears in 3 ages, not in Kali Yuga. Not in Kali Yuga. But Sarvabhauma's brother-in-law, who was a Vaishnava, devotee of Lord Chaitanya, said, no. Bhagavata Bharata Dvi Shastra Pradhan. These 2 Shastras, Bhagavata means Bhagavatam, and Bharata, Srimad Bhagavatam and Mahabharata. These 2 are the Shastra Pradhan, the basis, the foundation of all the Shastras, and you have no idea about them. And then he quoted from both of those. Suvarna Varna He Mango Varangas Chandanagadi. And then Krishna Varnam Tvisha Krishnam Sango Pangashtra Parshadam Yagya Sankirtana Prayar Yajantihi Sumedhasa. In this age of Kali, God, Krishna, will come, but he's not going to be in the same complexion as Krishna. Krishna's complexion was Sham, but his complexion is going to be golden. And he's also going to be always chanting the name Krishna, Krishna Varnayati. Sangopangastra Parshadam. And his weapons, what were Krishna's weapons? Chakra. Did he have any other weapons? Yes, he did. He had Kaumadaki, club, and he had a Sharanga bow. Yeah, isn't it? So he had his weapons. But what are the incarnation of Kali Yuga's weapons? Sangopangastra Parshadam. He's the holy, his weapons are his associates and the holy name. These are his weapons. He doesn't kill the demons. The Krishna consciousness movement that you're partaking in, the purpose of the Krishna consciousness movement is to take people from demonic life to Devic, spiritual life. Just like Prahlad Maharaj. Prahlad Maharaj was born in a demon family, but he became a great devotee. It's not just by being born in a particular family that's your fate. No. Otherwise, why would Krishna say in Bhagavad Gita, Mam hi partha vyapashrita tepi syu papayonia striyo vaishas tata shudras tepi mam yepi mam. What is the last line? Tepi yanti param gatim. Even if we're born in a sinful womb, if you take shelter of Krishna, sinful womb means being from a demonic background. If you take shelter of Krishna, you'll get the supreme destination. So this Krishna consciousness movement, following Prahlad Maharaj, following Lord Chaitanya, is businesses to take people who are from a demonic nature and make them godly. And how do you do that? Chanting, this congregational chanting the holy names. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Following the instructions of His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. Hare Krishna, thank you. Hare Bol. Question? I took a long time. I got going.
I don't have a question, but I want the explanation of that. Namaste, Saraswati, Devi, Gauravan.
Sure. Namaste means obeisances. Saraswati Deve means the servant of Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati. Saraswati. And so when you say Saraswati, but you're actually addressing him personally, then you say Saraswati Devi. Devi is servant. Saraswati Devi. Gauravani Pracharini. Gauravani means the teachings of Lord Chaitanya. Pracharini means he's preaching them. He's preaching the teachings of Lord Chaitanya. Lord Chaitanya, as you might know, he said, this is something for you to know perhaps. Maybe you know this. Bharat bhumite hoila manushya janma jar, janma sarthaka kari parapu upakar. He said, Lord Chaitanya requested you. Bharat bhumite, manushya janma, not just everybody, but just the humans. Manushya janma jar. Janma sarthaka kari, you should make your birth worthwhile. How? Parapu upakar. Upakar means uplifting, transcendental. You should engage and teach people how to be Krishna conscious. Yeah. So Gauravani Pracharine. Nirbhishesha means the monists, impersonalists. Shunyavadi means the people who are Voidists or mostly Buddhists. Paschatya Desh. Paschatya Desh means the Western world. Tarini, we liberate them from those misconceptions that God is a light or God is a void or there is no God. That's the meaning. Hare Krishna. Thank you. So thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Can we give a very, very big Hari Bol to His Grace Vishnu Gada Prabhuji. By raising your hand, if you are allowed, then Prabhuji will come back. Otherwise, it has to be very enthusiastic. Haribo, Haribo. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. It's been a real pleasure. So, we don't have any sponsor this Sunday, right? If anyone would like to sponsor, please reach out to Madhurya Gopal Prabhu. How many of you attended the Narasimha Omam? How many of you left satisfied? How many of you think there was more that we could have done? Nobody? There's always room for improvement. As Prabhuji said, we are never perfect. So your ideas, your feedback is very important to us. So please come and let us know what are the areas we can improve on so we can do better next year, so that we can give more value to our community on this particular day, Narasimha Dev, because Narasimha Dev is one of our primary deities other than Gaur Nitai, of course. And so we want everyone to be blessed. That's the reason why we gave each of you a Lakshmi Narasimha deity to take to your home. And if you keep the deity in your home, in your altar, you'll always be blessed with good fortune, and all your challenges will be taken care of by Narasimha Dev. Have that faith. The next festival coming up is, of course, for us is Janmashtami, but that's far away. But we're also participating in Atlanta Rath Yatra, as you all maybe know. Knowing this year the Rath Yatra is a combined effort from the centers in Atlanta. Of course, it's headed by iskcon Atlanta as usual, but we have a lot of opportunity to serve there. Either you can volunteer in different ways. There will be umpteen opportunities. You can come and decorate the Rath and participate in pulling the Rath as well, and preparing bhoga for Jagannath, and so many other ways you can participate. Come and decorate, bring flowers from your home, decorate the Rath, make it very special for Jagannath. And you can also participate by, this is a very big festival, so obviously there is money involved. It's a very expensive festival. They are bringing in 3 Raths, right? And they will have Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadra in their own Raths. So we would request you all, from whatever is your capability, to actually help us in funding this big event, because it's for the pleasure of Jagannath, who is none other than Krishna. Our whole sadhana is based on just being able to please Krishna, even for a fraction of a second. If we can do that, then our life is perfect. So you all can all reach in, I should say, and see what you all are capable of, and help us to meet the expenses for this wonderful festival that is done annually. You can reach out to Mahaguna, who's sitting here. Mahaguna is heading it, and I think Radhakrishna Prabhu was here, but I don't see him anymore. And also you can reach out to Madhurya Gopal Prabhu from iskcon of North Atlanta, and they will provide you with all the necessary information as to the volunteering opportunities, the funds that they need, and how you can help them, and anything else that you would like to do, because the very next day is also Panihati festival. Some of you know Panihati. Who does not know what is Panihati? Does anyone not know what is Panihati? Panihati is the festival where Lord Nityananda, do you all know who is Lord Nityananda? Who is Lord Nityananda? He is a servant of Lord Chaitanya. That is correct. This is Balramji, who is in the mood of servitude, or Nityananda is in the mood of servitude, and he serves Krishna or Lord Chaitanya. So you're absolutely right. So Lord Nityananda is the doorway to Mahaprabhu. You can't get to Mahaprabhu unless you go through Nityananda, right? And so one time, one of our greatest Goswamis, Raghunath Das, right? He committed an offense. Do you all know what was the offense he committed? Anyone? Yeah, but there's something else also he did. He was hiding and paying obeisances to Lord Nityananda. Nityananda considered that as not acceptable. So he called him, chastised him, and then told him that you have to pay for this offense. So you have to feed everyone around over here with chiradai. You all know what is chiradai? You know what is, chipped rice in yogurt. And we have the expert in making chipped rice in yogurt in Mahaguna. She can make hundreds of varieties of chipped rice in yogurt with all the different types. How many types do you make, Mahaguna? 50 flavors. I don't know anyone else who can do that, at least not in the Atlanta area. Do you know anyone else? Of course, Jayapataka Maharaj, because he is her guru and he gave her all the knowledge. So, Parampara, exactly. So, Raghunath Das was given that punishment, right? So, Nityananda is also punishing all of us for all the nonsense that we do in this material world. And the only way we can be absolved of it is to serve Lord Nityananda. Then we can get Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. How do we get absolved? Is by serving chipped rice to all the Vaishnavas and all the visitors who come, right? So very beautiful festival. And so Mahaguna, headed by Mahaguna, they provide you with pots, clay pots, in which you can paint. You can paint the pastimes of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Nityananda Prabhu, or Srila. This year is Srila Prabhupada, right? So they will actually give you pictures and you will paint the Srila Prabhupada's pastimes on the pots. So that's another way that you can serve this festival, Panihati festival, right? You all can take pots and paint it and bring it in, and then they will fill it up with chipped rice that they prepare in the temple, and then they will actually give it out. They auction it, and they also give it out. You may take small pots, and then you take those chipped rice and you yourself feed all the Vaishnavas. You can feed with your hand, you can feed any way you want. You feed the Vaishnavas, and that pleases Lord Nityananda. That's a very beautiful festival. So it's a 2-day festival, not only the Rath Yatra, but it's also the Panihati. So it's a very wonderful festival, but it can't happen without the help of devotees, right? So we need volunteers and we need funds, right? So be part of this, because just participating in this festival is so purifying that it can elevate you to that transcendental mindset, as Prabhuji said, and it can raise you to a higher consciousness, bring you back home, you know. So it's a very beautiful festival. Would you like to say something about it? Okay. Radha Krishna Prabhu. Radha Krishna Prabhu is the chairman of the team that's actually managing the Rath Yatra. Yeah. So, I'm sorry? You want to say a few words?
Hare Krishna, dear devotees. So this year it is, as Prabhuji said, sorry I came a little late. It is 50th Rath Yatra basically, right, in Atlanta. And last year it was 50th anniversary of Srila Prabhupada visiting Atlanta. So we would like to make sure that, it is a very memorable event that we would like to, offer it for as a tribute to Srila Prabhupada basically. Imagine without Srila Prabhupada's, sacrifice and endeavor, we would have not been here in this room basically, right? All of us, at least for me, I can talk for myself, right? So please take this opportunity to participate in the Rath Yatra, right? We are also calling it for March for Unity and Peace, right? And inviting many other partner organizations, right? So that they can participate along with us, pay tribute towards Srila Prabhupada, okay? As Prabhuji requested, in whatever way you can serve, right, through volunteer, and also through some funds, whatever way you can do, please participate in that. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Yes, so there are many ways to participate, and every which way you can, every little bit that you do, swalpamapi asya dharmasya trayate mahato bhayat. Even a little devotional service done for the pleasure of Jagannath, Krishna never forgets. Mahato bhayat, he takes away the greatest fear from all of us. Whatever is our greatest fear, he takes that away. So please reach out to Mahaguna Mataji here, she's here. Radha Krishna Prabhu is here. During Prasadam, you can reach out to either of them and find out different ways by which you can participate, right? Definitely we need your help in terms of funds because it's a very big festival. So whatever you can do, right? Every drop makes an ocean, right? So no amount is small, okay? So whatever you're capable of, you help with that. And definitely Jagannath will do the rest. If you all participate, he will make it all happen. All right? Any questions or any comments?
What days are they?
The festival is on 6th June and 7th June. 6th June is the Rath Yatra and 7th is the Paniyati.
Is it Saturday?
It's a Saturday and a Sunday. It's, I think in Atlanta, it's always first Saturday of the month, right?
Always the first Saturday
Of June, correct.
And where will it be taking place?
This is always in downtown Walton Street and Forsyth, correct?
There's a poster outside the lobby.
Do they have parking?
So we put together a website as well. So we put together a website which is called marchforunityandpeace.org. It has all the details, like what time the parade starts, basically, Rath Yatra starts. So, and yeah, it starts at 11 o'clock. So we have few opening ceremony there. That's a very good. 11 o'clock Eastern time.
But real time or?
Real time. Real Eastern time. So we are going to start on time, basically, right? So we have.
So people have to be on time.
Yeah, you have to be on time. I would request like by 10:30, if you are there, it'll be great, basically, right? So we have few dignitaries, VIPs that we invited, local representatives. So they are coming in. Indian Consulate General is coming in. And we have an opening ceremony. And after that, you have Arati and all of that, right? And then with the grand, there's so many surprises as well. I can't reveal it here, but it's going to be really memorable event for sure, right? So 11 o'clock we'll start, and then 12 o'clock is when the actual parade starts, basically the Yatra starts.
Oh, there's a
pre-opening ceremony, just so that we can also have Arati done like every year. And
how long does the parade go?
so parade goes for almost like, I would say 2 hours at least, 2 to 2.5 hours. So by 2:30 we will wrap it up, basically, right? And then from there we go to the temple. From 4 o'clock in the temple, there are so many cultural activities that will happen. Kirtan in the temple room, right? And Jagannath, Baldev, and Subhadra Mai will be back to the temple, right? So many of you know that, but that's the schedule that we have out there on that day. And the next day is Panihati. Panihati starts at 1 o'clock, right, Mataji?
No. So Paniyati program starts around 10:30.
Okay.
There will be glorification of Prabhupada. Then at around 11:30, we will have 11:30, 12. We will have a special
we'll have a drama to glorify Srila Prabhupada. And then at 12:30 or 1 o'clock, depending on the schedule, no later than 1, we'll have a Maha Arati for the deities. It will be packed. We expect a lot of participation, so the Arati will be over by 1, and that's the special chip rice made with yogurt, kheer, and salt, and all kinds of preparations. And then everybody will be able to enjoy a sumptuous feast, but all day things will be going on in the temple, kirtan, and there will be prasadam. So prasadam for that weekend, don't worry about dieting. Just come there and enjoy nice prasadam. And even on Saturday for the Ratha Yatra, after Ratha Yatra, there'll be a sumptuous feast at the temple. We are expecting thousands of people. So like Radha said, Radha has been working very hard on this special festival. So we want you not only to give the money or whatever way you want to provide your contribution, but we need to spread the word. We want to get as many. If you want a flyer, just see Radha or me and we will send you a soft copy, or we can give you hard copies. But we want to make this as a big, huge event because of all the things that's going on in the world. The idea of this March for Unity and Peace is that we can still have differences amongst ourselves, but we can also still come for one goal, which is glorifying the Supreme Lord. So that's the whole idea of it. No matter, of course, most of you here worship the Supreme Lord, but we don't care whether you're a Hindu, you're a Muslim, you're a devotee or non-devotee. We want everybody to come because Lord Jagannath, the pastime of Lord Jagannath is, once a year, he comes out of his altar where he is and gives mercy no matter who you are to everybody. And so we have the privilege. We don't have the energy, we don't have the time to go to Jagannath Puri. But so because of that, Jagannath is saying, don't worry, I'm coming to Atlanta. So there he is going in the streets. And this year, the biggest special of this year is 3 Rath carts. We always used to, we have done 3 very long time ago, but this year the vision is so we are going to make a parade. So if you want to prepare some Garba dances and get some people, a group of ladies, please do that. Right in front of Jagannath. So we want to get as many people as we can. Not just the chanting of our Hare Krishna, but we are doing it as a parade. So we want everybody to walk in front of, because this is just a lifetime opportunity, that if you are devotee or non-devotee, it doesn't matter. Because Jagannath is so merciful that he is now saying, hey, I'm going to come in 3 carts. I'll have one for my brother. Jagannath, Baladev, Subhadra is who? Jagannath is the Lord of the universe. Krishna has many names. Now, Balaram is the same as Nityananda. And then Subhadra is the sister. So they are protecting the sister. That's why there's always Balaram first, Subhadra and Jagannath in 3 Rath carts. So if you have never gone to Jagannath Puri, you better not miss this opportunity. Haribol.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mahaguna. Thank you, Radha Prabhu. So yeah, definitely this is something that we wholeheartedly want everyone to participate in. We have got the blessings of Nrsingadev, but we still want Jagannath, right? We want Krishna, right? So we all want to participate wholeheartedly in this wonderful event. So reach out to us, whatever questions you have. If Mahaguna and Radha Krishna Prabhu are not available, Madhurya Gopal Prabhu or myself are always available. So please reach out to us. We will help you out with whatever service you want, whatever you feel, in whatever way you want to serve Jagannath. Like Mahaguna said, if you want to dance for the Lord, if you want to sing for the Lord, if you want to pull his wrath, you want to clean the street before Jagannath, everything goes. Everything. Anything that will please Jagannath goes. So think about different ways that you can serve Jagannath, and we'll make it happen. All right? And then the next thing is that We started the Sunday school. Do we have Madhvi or Madhuri Mataji over here? Madhuri Mataji, please come here, both of them. So they started the Sunday school today and they had their first session. They had about 4 children come. That was the start because we haven't really broadcast it. We have not really advertised it. We're just starting to put together the media and get it out there. But your children have an amazing opportunity to learn about their culture, learn about the Shastras through shlokas and through various stories from Srimad Bhagavatam. They will actually practically participate. Like the students today, they did the Tulsi Aarti practically, you know. So they will get to do practical things by which they can relate to our culture. They can actually understand the importance, because first they're explained what they're going to be doing and then they're made to do it. So that is a very good start that you can give to your child, the foundation, and then you don't have to worry, because when they go to high school, when they go to colleges, our greatest fear is peer pressure and the influences that are there in those situations. You don't have to worry. If you have given them a good foundation, then they will be the influencer rather than be influenced. I can speak from experience because both my kids were actually Krishna conscious. My daughter actually started the Bhakti Yoga Club in Georgia Tech. She started it actually, and it was very successful. And in spite of all the peer pressure and all, she was not impacted by any of that. My son, boys especially, you have no control over them. In spite of that, he went through 4 years without giving us one reason to complain. So that foundation helps your child later, in the later years. What you sow now, you will reap at that time when they go. So take this opportunity, send your children. You can try it for 3 weeks, 4 weeks, or for 2 months, and you'll see the difference that it makes, right? Our Sunday school is geared towards giving your children that education which you won't get in schools. You won't get that in schools, but you have to fortify that knowledge that they get in schools with this cultural and spiritual knowledge that we give. And then you have the complete package, because right now you're only giving them half the knowledge that they're supposed to have. So take advantage of this opportunity. Madhavi Mataji and Madhuri Mataji are here. You all can come and see them, sign up. They have forms. There is also a QR code on that wall. You can actually join through that form that is behind that QR code, and through that registration you will be accepted into the Sunday school. And try it out and see for yourself. You'll truly be satisfied with what we are child with. Is there anything you want to say?
Nothing, Prabhu. You have already given them an idea. Our goal is mainly to give the children just the taste for bhakti. We don't want to force anything on them. Our main goal is just make them love Krishna, make them love Srila Prabhupada, how to pray Krishna, not just by reciting only slokas, just inside how to pray. So this is our main goal. We try to provide them lots of activities. So please bless us and please send your children.
Thank you, Madhuri Mataji. Thank you, Madhuri Mataji. Appreciate it. So that's about all we have for today. Now you can come and take the blessings of Lord Narasimha Swami, and we will set up the prasadam, and then you can come and honor prasadam. Again, just to reiterate, during prasadam or after prasadam, if you want to see Radha Krishna Prabhu or Mahaguna Mataji, they will help you with the details on Rath Yatra. And you can see Madhavi Mataji and Madhuri Mataji if you all want to register your children for this wonderful Sunday school. Thank you. Hare Krishna.